realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldog girls victorious in their first ever Iowa Alliance Conference game over Des Moines Hoover, 58-19. Jason Van Arkel joined now by girls head coach Joe Vandenberg. Coach, first off, obviously the defensive effort was there tonight like it was on Monday nights. Let's talk about that. Outside of Jared hitting a few threes, and we know Hoover is not great offensively, but I thought your girls were pretty locked in for most of the game on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's been a good thing for us so far. It's kept us in games, and it's allowed us to find a groove offensively. I thought we executed well tonight. We didn't want to do anything too crazy, but we went back and forth between some half-court man and half-court zone, and picked up a little bit of full-court zone in there as well. So it was a good effort defensively, and good to see the girls getting after it.
Riley Yeager under the weather tonight. I thought maybe that affected you at times offensively, didn't have her influence on the game. But some of your players who came off the bench tonight had good games. You look at Veda Monahan providing some good effort in the game. Cameron Pauls had 4 points in the second quarter. So good to see some of those bench players step up.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to get everybody in tonight and get them some good minutes. I mean, it wasn't just like 2 or 3 minutes here or there. Everybody kind of played significant minutes tonight in a game where I thought we could get some experience and save some legs for a game like tomorrow in a 3-game week. So that was nice to see.
That was my next question. You had reserves pretty much in the entire fourth quarter because you do have a game in just a few hours, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. On one hand, that's a very quick turnaround. On the other hand, it's got to be exciting for your girls to get to play at the Hellier Center.
Absolutely. Our girls are thrilled to be playing there. It's a great experience for them. Dr. Monahan and Coach Polona have been great to work with. We had a chance to practice there yesterday, just kind of get some experience in there, which we've done there before, which is nice to see. But just, being able to get into a venue or, that's a little bit different you're going to be playing at will be fun for them.
And finally, you do have an opponent to take on. It's Fairfield. They're excited to play there too. This will be a different Fairfield team than we saw last year when the Breen twins and all those seniors ran over. What are your thoughts on Fairfield as you get ready for them tomorrow?
Yeah, they're a new team, new coach. Didn't return much, but I tell you what, man, they got three guards that I think attack the rim pretty well. And, offensively, they're going to put shots up. We just got to be able to rebound and keep them off the offensive rebounds. And if we can do that, I think we can play our game and win a game.
Bulldog head coach Joe Vandenberg here after his team knocked off Des Moines Hoover 58-19. Coach, congratulations. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. Go Dogs.
We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and get you ready for the boys' game on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Get the small-town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa!
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Bulldog girls knock off Des Moines Hoover 58-19. Now it's time for your Bulldog boys season opener, and also the opener for Des Moines Hoover, who was ranked 5th in the state in the preseason by the Des Moines Register. Ottumwa coming off a 7-16 campaign a year ago, and they knew they might have a bit of a downturn last year after Trey Swartz and company graduated, but a team with a good amount of talent just never seemed to gel on either end of the floor. Ottumwa's top 3 scorers all graduated, but head coach Neil Hartz feels like he has a good mix of returning players ready to step up and new faces ready to make an impact, although a couple of those players he hopes to step up are dealing with some nagging injuries, and we'll see how well they play tonight, most notably starters Alan Cook and Rasha Pope. As for Des Moines Hoover, they have a trio that's as good as anybody in the state in Chase Henderson, Elijah Voss, and Abe Voss, and their run to a state tournament appearance last year might have been derailed when Henderson had an appendectomy and missed 3 weeks. Ottumwa actually beat Hoover last year for the first time since 2012. During that time when Chase Henderson was out, but he's back for his senior year, and he averaged 22.5 points a game 1 year ago. So Ottumwa has its work cut out for it in game 1, but Coach Hartz is excited about what his team can do this season, and he doesn't mind having a tough test out of the gate early. The other thing about Hoover is they had very little depth last year. They graduated 2 of their starters, including their one post player, Chevelle Ruckty, and it's unknown how much depth they're going to have this year, but they had practically none at all a year ago, so if you could get their starters into any kind of foul trouble, you had a chance. We'll see how Ottumwa is able to play it tonight. We're just about a minute away from the introduction of the starting lineups, and I'm trying to lock down who the 4th and 5th starters for Hoover are. They've got some players that wear different numbers depending on what jersey they wear. So There's the fourth one, Damian Miller. So we know Elijah Voss, Chase Henderson, and Abe Voss start for them. Chase Henderson, 6'1" senior. Voss, a 6'4" senior. Elijah Voss. Abe Voss, a 6'3" sophomore, the younger brother of Elijah Voss. The fourth starter, Damian Miller, a 5'10" junior who doesn't look like he played at the varsity level last year. And they list the fifth starter at 32, and even with the alternate numbers for some of these players, I'm not sure who 32 is, so I guess we'll find out in a moment. The Ottumwa starters in the backcourt, 6' junior Rasha Pope, over 4 points a game a year ago. 6'7" senior Alan Cook, he'll play the post on defense, but he likes to step out and shoot the three offensively, 4.5 points a year ago. Trey Brown was a big contributor at the sub-varsity level last year, now getting his first varsity start, 6'4" sophomore. Carter Thompson, a veteran off the bench last year, now into the starting lineup, 6' senior. And then Luke Gravy, a 6' senior who played sparingly at the varsity level last year. He is in the starting lineup for tonight. And we'll see probably a lot of players off the bench for Ottumwa. There's a lot of guys on this team, some of which have experience from a year ago in either a starter or most likely in a reserve role, and some new faces as well. So we'll be kind of learning as they learn as we get ready for tonight.
For the boys varsity game, for the Hoover Huskies, and a forward number
Well, those the 24 and 32 they listed as starters on the board are not getting ready to be introduced for Hoover, so let's double check that. It looks like they're going to start Malachi Johnson Bassey, a 6'2" senior. And then also JaVale Johnson, a 6'3" senior. Hoover with green jerseys, gold trim, gold lettering Hoover on the front, gold numbers front and back, green jerseys with gold trim. Ottumwa, the home white jerseys, got that checkerboard pattern down the sides of the jerseys and shorts. Red lettering on the front, red numbers front and back. Courtney Henderson, the head coach of Des Moines Hoover. He's been there a long, long time. This is his 14th season, a record of 220 wins and 78 losses. Neil Hart's in his fourth season for Ottumwa, 36 up, 32 down. Coached two of the best seasons in recent memory, not last year, but the 2 years before that. So he turned Trey Swartz, Joe Hammer, and that group into teams that won the first couple of playoff games for Ottumwa in a long time. Last year a step back, but hoping to take a step forward this year. And we mentioned the injury front. Alan Cook's got a big brace on that right knee, and Rasha Pope has some of that athletic tape on his right shoulder. The dog pound making a lot of noise when Trey Brown was introduced for Ottumwa. Brown athletics, 6'4" sophomore, and they will look to him perhaps as a bigger scoring threat this year. But again, a lot of unknowns for this Ottumwa team. So I was watching them watch the girls' game, first half of the girls' game. I was looking at them and thinking, there's a lot of youth here. And there's a lot of room for growth. Now, there are some seniors, Luke Gravy, Alan Cook, Tanner Shark, we should see off the bench, Bryant Wilson, Shakir Pope, I expect to see off the bench. New face in Caleb Campbell, who's a senior, Carter Thompson, Landon Platt, and Jared Mitchell. A lot of seniors here, but a lot of guys who are still looking at 2 or 3 years in the program. So we will see Alan Cook jump it up against Elijah Voss. Good to have you with us for the Bulldog Boys season opener. We're ready to go. Ball in the air, tipped by Cook into the backcourt. Rasha Pope recovers, and here come the Bulldogs moving left to right, or pardon me, right to left in the opening half. Pope across the timeline. Hoover picks up man-to-man. Ball goes left elbow to Trey Brown. Up top, Cook open for a three. Count it! Alan Cook starts the season with a three-pointer. Brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Here is All-State guard Chase Henderson. He's picked up by Pope. Gets right around him into the lane. Kick out to the corner. Elijah Voss deadly from three, and he got it. Voss answers with the three, and here we go. Now Hoover with zone pressure. Ball goes left side to Brown. Skip it right side, Carter Thompson. Thompson trying to get out of a double team across the timeline to Cook on the sideline, down to the baseline for Pope. Feeds it across to Brown, double teamed on the block, trying to split it. Feeds it to Luke Gravy in the lane, left-handed layup, good. Trey Brown to the assist, Luke Gravy with the bucket. Ottumwa's leading 5-3. Bulldogs break the press. Henderson into the front court. Left hand, trying to get around Pope. Second attempt, kick it to the baseline. Voss, Elijah Voss goes up top for JaVale Johnson. To the right side, a drive and a foul as Malachi Johnson-Bassey tried to drive, and he's fouled by Carter Thompson. First foul of the game goes on the Bulldogs senior. We've seen Carter as a starting infielder for Ottumwa baseball for a couple of years. Quick inbound to Voss, good close up by Trey Brown to not let him get open for a three. Back to the corner, Chase Henderson. He'll pull up for a long three, off the rim, no. Rebound on the weak side to Gravy. Long pass up ahead from Pope to Brown, left-handed layup, good. Bulldogs break the press. They just beat Hoover down the floor there. Trey Brown has his first bucket, 7-3 Dogs. There's some athleticism on this Ottumwa team. Henderson into the front court. Right side and gets it right back. Drives baseline, and he'll dunk it with two hands, and he's fouled. And he was kind of hanging on the rim there, not taunting. He was trying to make sure he didn't come down on anybody, and he kind of moved the basket, but it swung back into place. Rasha Pope gets his first foul. Just got beat on the blow-by there. 7-5 and a free throw coming. Henderson 87% from the line a year ago. Very good free throw shooter, and he knocks it down. It is 7-6. Hoover sets up the press. Cook in the backcourt. Throws it left to Brown. Up ahead to Gravy. Gravy to Thompson. Across the timeline, back to Gravy on the left. Gets it to Brown. Trey between the circles, and he'll get it to Rasha Pope, who will run the point. And had it knocked out of his hands by Henderson into the backcourt. Pope rescues it. 20 on the shot clock. It was deflected, so Pope back across the timeline right side. He'll drive into the lane, and a reach-in foul called on Hoover, which is actually a break for them because Pope was feeding it to Trey Brown underneath for an easy bucket. See who the foul is on here. It's on JaVale Johnson, his first. Hoover getting a sub ready. It's Romer Talbert, a 5'9" senior. And he'll replace Johnson. So Hoover gets a lot shorter now. 5'9", replacing 6'3". Inbounds all the way up top to Rasha Pope. Pope crosses over on Henderson, hands it off to Thompson. Thompson curls left to Gravy. Gravy back up top, a handoff to Pope. Pope to the left, down the lane, a lot of contact, and lost the ball. Stolen by Voss, up ahead to Henderson, and Henderson fouled by Thompson in transition. That'll be two quick ones on Carter Thompson. Team foul number 3 on Ottumwa. 5:41 to go opening quarter. Hoover and Ottumwa, your Bulldog boys, up right now 7-6. Malachi Johnson-Bassey will inbound. Throws it to Henderson in midcourt. Boy, it looked like he took an extra step before he dribbled. Ottumwa's in his zone here. Let's give it left side to Henderson. Up top for Talbert. Right side for Johnson-Bassey. Up top, Voss. Left wing to Talbert. Up top to Henderson. Henderson penetrates. Scoop shot. No. Rebound to Cook. Gets it up ahead to Luke Gravy into the front court. Gravy, a handoff to Thompson. Thompson trying to go around a pick, and he is fouled by Romer Talbert. First on Talbert, team foul number 2 on Hoover. 5:16 opening quarter, Dogs 7, Huskies 6. Thompson to trigger the inbounds, gets it into Pope in the backcourt. Rasha brings it across the timeline, goes left side to Gravy. Down towards the baseline for Trey Brown. Brown up top to Cook. Cook guarded by Voss. Two big men who like to shoot it from outside. Now feeds Brown. Brown spins in the lane, left-handed off the glass. No, rebound to Henderson. Kind of fading away on the block there. Throw it right side for Elijah Voss. A shot fake, and a travel is called on Voss, and he can't believe it. I say this every year, and I usually say it after a travel on Ottumwa, but I'll say it here. Elijah Voss is a great basketball player. And I think some refs are way too quick to call the travel on the shot fake and drive. I think Ottumwa got a break there, but they'll take it. Under 5 to go first quarter, Dogs up 7-6. Hoover pressing off the turnover. Brown into the front court, gets it left side to Gravy. Gravy dribbles top of the key, hands it to Carter Thompson. Thompson down low to Brown, backing down on the much shorter Talbert. And a foul on the floor on Talbert before a shot could go up. Second foul on Romare Talbert. Ottumwa likes that matchup. Talbert's 5'9", Trey Brown is 6'4". Each team now with 3 fouls. Inbound to Cook, throw it up top to Pope, and a whistle. And what is the call here? I think something with the shot clock not working right. So they put 32 in the shot clock. Maybe they didn't reset it after the foul. So shot clock reset. Inbound to Pope. Pope goes right around Henderson all the way to the hoop, and he lays it in. Rashaw Pope with the blow by. He returns a favor on Henderson. Should be 9-6 Ottumwa. There it is. The scoreboard is wrong for a moment. Henderson over to his left. Down to the baseline, reverse layup, no, rebound to Cook. Good contest by Luke Gravy. Pope into the front court, Dogs want to run. Fires it left corner to Brown, and Brown shuffled his feet before he drove. That was a travel. 4:01 opening quarter. Both teams wanting to get up and down, both teams a little sloppy. Ottumwa 9, Hoover 6. Tell you what, Hoover, again, ranked 5th in the state by the Des Moines Register. If Ottumwa can hang with these guys for 4 quarters, win or lose, that's a good omen for this season. And Henderson nearly threw it away. It was deflected by Pope, and he had a foot on the sideline trying to pick up that ball, so it's out of bounds, and it stays with the Huskies. Javale Johnson back in for Hoover, and he will replace Romare Talbert, who sit with 2 fouls. Henderson will throw the inbounds pass. Ottumwa not really contesting. It comes in to Johnson Bassey. Back to Henderson, back to Johnson Bassey. Now to Abe Voss. Left side to Henderson. Back up top, Abe Voss shot fake. Right side, Johnson Bassey tries a 3. No good. Long rebound. Rescued by Cook in the corner. Pope will race across the timeline. Long pass up ahead. Too tall for Trey Brown. It was cutting to the baseline. That pass is on target. Brown's laying it in, but it's out of bounds back to Hoover. Trey Brown runs the floor really well, and Ottumwa's going to get a lot of those breakout opportunities this year, you would think. Henderson across the timeline. Voss setting a pick. Henderson doesn't use it. Goes into the corner for Johnson Bassey. Right back to Henderson on the wing. Trying to drive in. Spins out of a double team. Kicks it to Abe Voss. Over to Elijah Voss, right wing. Voss trying to back down. Picked up his dribble. Hands off to Johnson Bassey. Bassey into the lane. Scoop shot. No. Rebound Carter Thompson. Alan Cook didn't block that shot, but he altered it. Thompson backs up between the circles. Goes right side, hands it to Gravy. Gravy gets it over to Pope on the left. Jab step, dribble, hand off to Cook. Alan Cook around a pick. Gets it back to Thompson. Thompson right side, another hand off to Gravy. Gravy trying to drive on Abe Voss, the sophomore. Cut off outside the lane. Little left-handed hook shot, got it to go. Luke Gravy with a nice move. He's got 4. Ottumwa's up 11-6. Henderson into the front court. Picked up by Pope. Goes left, gives it to Abe Voss. Voss curls back between the circles, over to the right to Johnson Bassey. Bassey curls to the left side. And a 3 on the way, no good by Johnson. Rebound run down in the corner by Elijah Voss. Up top to Abe Voss. He tries the top of the key 3 and hits it. Boy, you can't leave either of those guys open. Ottumwa's lead back down to 2, 11-9, and Hoover can set up its press. Inbound to Cook. Back to Thompson. Back to Cook. Across the timeline tip, but Gravy's got it. Up top to Pope. Dogs will set up the offense here, 25 in the shot clock. Minute 48 now on the game clock. Pope right side to Cook. Cook around a pick. Into the lane, jump stop. Out to Thompson. Thompson to Gravy, 13 on the shot clock. Gravy around a pick. Into the lane, cut off. He'll try the 10-foot jumper. Off the rim, no. Rebound to Abe Voss. Minute and a half to go. Ottumwa leading 11-9 in the opening quarter. Henderson behind the back dribble. Kicks it to the corner. Javale Johnson for a 3 air ball, and Alan Cook's got another rebound. Cook into the front court. He can handle for a big man. He had a growth spurt, used to be a guard. Thompson around a pick from Cook to the elbow. Cut off, gets it outside to Pope. Pope dribbles right, gets it to Cook towards the corner. Now Cook into the lane, and Cook, I think, got called for an offensive foul trying to drive. Or no, Pope got called for an illegal screen. And that's the second on Rashad Pope. Team foul number 4. Subs for Ottumwa. Shakir Pope is in. The 6'2" senior. Tanner Shark is in. The 3-sport star, 6'1" senior. Rashad Pope and Luke Gravy will sit. Henderson into the front court, under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Henderson at the volleyball line. Right side for Johnson Bassey. Back up top to Henderson. Into the high post, Voss. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Trey Brown. Brown into the front court, finds Shakir Pope right side, drives in, got around Voss, jumper in the lane, back iron, and he got it to go. Shakir Pope has his first bucket of the season, 13-9. About a 3-second difference, 2.5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Henderson backs it up, pressured by Shark, goes around a pick. Henderson down the lane, kicks it right wing. Johnson Bassey for a 3, got it. Malachi Johnson Bassey's first bucket makes it 13-12. Inbound to Brown. Shot clock should be off. It's still running. Now they shut it off. Long pass up ahead to Cook, right side. Cut off by Voss. Gets out to Thompson with 8. Carter into the corner. Pope for 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound, Abe Voss. 2 seconds, 1 second. And he didn't get the shot off. Ottumwa 13, Hoover 12. Back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Start of the second quarter, good first quarter. Ottumwa 13, Hoover 12 in our boys game tonight. Huskies have the ball. Chase Henderson into the front court. Tanner Shark picks him up the volleyball line. Throw it left corner, through the legs of Elijah Voss and out of bounds. Not a good pass by Henderson. And Hoover turns it over. They will set up their press. Thompson's got an inbound from the corner in front of the dog pound. Inbound to Shakir Pope. Carter Thompson, skip it left side, Trey Brown. Brown bounce it to Pope across the timeline. Gets it to Thompson. Thompson playing with 2 fouls. Right side, Alan Cook. He'll try a 3. Count it. Alan Cook, his second 3, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Dogs up 16-12. Cook started the first quarter with a 3. He does the same here in the second. And an illegal screen set by Hoover. First time we have seen Emmanuel Fende, 6'4" senior, looks like a football player. He gets a foul trying to set a screen, his first, team's 4th. Tanner Shark bounce it to the left elbow for Brown. Brown out to Cook, got open for another 3. Off the rim, no. Shark trying to get the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Ottumwa. Shark got inside position there, but the ball ricocheted a little behind him. He reached back, tried to grab it, contesting with Elijah Voss, but it went out of bounds. Bulldogs up 4, Huskies with the ball. Henderson between the legs into the front court, Shark right on him. Trying to drive in, throw it right side to Voss, shot fake, he drives the lane, step back, 14-footer good. Elijah Voss has 5. Ottumwa's lead down to 2, 16-14. Inbound to Cook, up ahead to Pope. He's about 1-on-3 here, but he's in the front court, gets it back to Shark, now up top to Carter Thompson, who checks the bench and resets. Neil Hartz calls out the play. They'll get it to Shark, who checks the bench. Henderson picks him up. Tanner left side for Pope. Pope lobs it down to Trey Brown, backing down on the block against Johnson Massey. Spins around him, reverse layup, got it to go. Trey Brown with a nice move. I think Malachi Johnson Massey kind of gave up on that one, and Brown never quit. 18-14. Bulldogs hedge out and double team Henderson. Gets it over to Voss near midcourt. Back to Henderson on the right side. Drives, jump stop in the lane. Tried to feed it underneath the big man Fanday. Brown knocked it loose on the floor, picking it up. And we get a held ball, and the arrow favors Ottumwa. Trey Brown getting in the passing lane and getting the possession back for OHS. Luke Gravy's going to come back in. Trey Brown will get a much-deserved rest. I wouldn't expect him to be sitting on the bench for long. 6:08 second quarter. Hoover sets up the press. Thompson inbounds, knocked away from Cook and out of bounds in front of the dog pound. And now Thompson's got to throw it inbounds from that corner. Got it into Cook. Back to Thompson. Hoover does not contest the inbound. It's a 2-2-1 zone press. Cook across the timeline to Shark, and he'll get it to the center to Thompson. Hands off to Shark. Tanner gets it to Gravy. Luke Gravy around a Cook pick. Throws it down to Cook. And back away from the big man Fanday. Gets it out. Back up top. Throw it left side for Shark. Guarded by Abe Voss. Shark spins. Fadeaway jumper 4 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound to Fanday. Here comes Hoover. They want to run. Henderson down the lane. Had it stripped by Cook. Gravy's got the loose ball. Fanday trying to get it back. Does. Layup is going to be good. Boy, Ottumwa had the steal and then got a little loose with it, and Emmanuel Fanday lays it in, makes it 18-16. To the center of the court, Shark. Across the timeline, leaping catch, Luke Gravy. Those are those tight end hands from football. Up top to Shark. Brings it left, hands off to Thompson, and a collision in there and a foul on Hoover. Malachi Johnson Bassey with his first, team foul number 5. 5:07 opening half. 5:07 left in the half. Ottumwa 18, Hoover 16. Carter Thompson trying to get it in. Finds Luke Gravy. It's into the backcourt, but he didn't possess it until he got into the backcourt. Now Gravy over to the right, hands off to Pope. Pope around a Shark pick, now back the other way, into the corner for Gravy. Gravy trying to penetrate, cut off, kicks it left wing to Thompson. Thompson whistled for a travel as he tried to drive. Ottumwa gives it back to Hoover. Huskies have not led in this game. Ottumwa's led by as many as 5. It'll be Henderson into the front court on the right side. Shark picks him up. Ottumwa's gone more man-to-man here. Fanday hiding the left side now for Voss. Back to Henderson. Around a pick. And a skip pass left side. Johnson Bassey at 3, too strong, and Allen Cook a strong rebound. 4.5 to go until halftime. Dogs with the ball up 2. Shark on the left side above the volleyball line. And a timeout Ottumwa, 4:25 until the half. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. We're with you tonight. We're with you tomorrow morning as Ottumwa takes on Fairfield from the Hellier Center at Indian Hills. The City of Bridges Classic. Bulldog girls will take on Fairfield at 10 in the morning, and then followed by the boys game at noon. If you buy a ticket to those games, you get into the Indian Hills men's basketball game against Kankakee Community College at 3 o'clock tomorrow for the same ticket. Ottumwa inbounding after the timeout. Inbound to Luke Gravy, 29 on the shot clock. Hands off to Shark, up near midcourt. Shark had it knocked out of his hands, fighting to get it back on the floor. and they're going to call a tie-up. But Chase Henderson was climbing over Shark's shoulders. I do not like how referees award tie-ups when a guy is behind the ball. Now, yeah, it was knocked out of Shark's hands. He goes on the floor to get it. Henderson ends up behind him. He's got to climb over Shark's back to get to that ball. How that's not a foul, I do not understand. Now, Henderson driving, and a bump foul is called on Shark. He's saying that Henderson's hooking him, but the foul is on Tanner, his first. If I'm Neil Hartz, I'm reading that. I'm saying to the ref, hey, watch him using that off arm to hook the defender. Not allowed to do that. Inbound to Henderson again. Now Shakir Pope will pick up the defensive responsibility. Henderson, left-handed dribble. Pull up, kick out to Voss for a three. Got it. Boy, he passed up a tough shot to give Voss a better shot. And Hoover leads for the first time, 19-18. Thompson gets it in left side to Gravy. Gravy to Shark. Shark across the timeline. And he was bumped out of bounds, no call, but Shark bounced it off of Abe Voss to keep the possession. Trey Brown will check in, replacing Luke Gravy. 3:44 to go until the half. Thompson gets it into Shakir Pope. Pope trying to drive on Johnson Bassey, cut off, and he's called for a travel, and that's a break because he went to throw a pass through it right to Henderson, and that would have been a breakaway. 3:40 to go until halftime. Ottumwa down 19-18. The Bulldog offense has gone a little dry here. Henderson attacking. Step back jumper at the free throw line is good. Boy, when he wants to get going, he's dangerous. 21-18. Ottumwa down 3. Inbound to Brown left side. Back to Thompson against the press. Picked up his dribbles, goes center to Shark, left side to Brown, across the timeline, lob it to a cutting Allen Cook, off the glass and good. Dogs break the press that time. And they're back within one, 21-20. Cook has 8 points. Pull up three by Henderson, top of the key, no good. Thompson's got the rebound. Up ahead to Pope, he's behind everybody. Layup, count it. Shakir Pope puts Ottumwa back in front, 22-21. Great look by Thompson. Henderson into the front court. Pope threatens a steal. Henderson calls for a pick from Voss. They switch. Brown's on him now. Picked up his dribble, gets it to Voss. Guarded by Pope. Elijah Voss goes back to Henderson. Had Brown right up on him. Tries to drive, cut off. Now penetrates again. Tried to kick it out, deflected. Abe Voss gets a deflection. Shot fake into the corner. Johnson Bassey called for the travel. Good defensive pressure by Ottumwa. And Hoover turns it over. 2:29 left in the half. Ottumwa inbounding from the baseline near the corner on the near side by their bench. And now Abe Voss will he backs off. He's going to pressure the inbounds and then backed away. And Hoover's going to pull the press back altogether. Henderson kept looking at Courtney Henderson, the coach on the bench, to say, you sure you don't win the press? Ball goes left side for Carter Thompson. Thompson brings it up top, goes right side to Cook. Cook back up top to Thompson behind the volleyball line. Doesn't use the Brown pick, dribbles right, gets it to Pope. Pope spins away from his defender, down to the baseline, kicks it out to Shark. Down to the block for Brown. Brown lets the traffic clear, spin move, try to feed it back to Pope, knocked away, loose ball stolen. Hoover can run. Henderson into the front court. Goes right side. Now they go in the corner, Abe Voss. Voss, a baseline drive. Jump pass out to Elijah Voss, open for three. Boy, he missed that one. That's a surprise. Rebound, Trey Brown. Hoover got a transition three. That's just what they wanted, but Elijah Voss doesn't normally miss when he's that wide open. Thompson dribbles left side, picked up the dribble, needs some help, gets it behind him to Shark. Under a minute and a half to go until halftime. Ottumwa leading by a point, 22-21. Thompson, pull up free throw line jumper, got it. Carter Thompson has his first bucket. 24-21, Dogs on a 6-0 run. They were down 3, now they're up 3. Henderson, pressured by Trey Brown. Drives around him, and Brown's going to get called for a bump foul. Trey with his first, team foul number 6. Luke Gravy about to check back in. And he'll replace Tanner Shark. So Ottumwa has 4 of its 5 starters back on the floor. The only exception, Rasha Pope, who's been sitting with 2 fouls. Shakir Pope has filled in for him admirably. I'm sure we'll see Rasha in the second half. Abe Voss, a long three left wing, off the rim, no. Rebound, Trey Brown. 1 minute to go until halftime. Ottumwa with the ball and a three-point lead. Brown into the front court. Right side for Cook. Allen Cook, handoff to Carter Thompson. Goes around to Cook, pick, still pressured by Abe Voss. Throw it left side for Gravy. Gravy dribbles around to pick down to the baseline, cut off. Try to go underneath the Brown, threw it away. Abe Voss picks it off, hands it to Henderson. Someone's got to get in front of him. They're not able to do it. The layup good and the foul. Luke Gravy called for his first, team foul number 7. Henderson has 7 points, and he's going to the line where, again, he was 87% a year ago. Henderson will try to tie this game at 24. Sub for Hoover here. Wisdom Fode, a 6'2" sophomore, checks in. And Romero Talbert returns to the game, the 5'9" senior. The free throw by Henderson, no good. And the rebound to Trey Brown. Right side to Cook. There's about a half-second difference between shot clock and game clock, so Ottumwa can essentially hold for one here. Thompson gives that signal, we're holding for one. Picked up his dribble, needs some help, gets it to Trey Brown up high in the left. Down to 15. Brown. Picked up his dribble, wasn't sure where to go, and he traveled, and that gives Hoover a look at the final shot. Tanner Shark back in. He'll replace Shakir Pope. Well, that makes us a little smaller out there. Abe Voss back in for Hoover, and he will replace Wisdom Fode. .3 seconds. Ottumwa leading by 1. Hoover holding for the final shot. They clear it out for Henderson. Trying to drive on Shark, out in the lane, a whistle. Oh, that's a bailout. It's on the floor. It'll be a 1-and-1 with 5 seconds left, but he got in trouble there, and he was traveling, and they called a foul. Wow. They've called a bunch of travels in this half, but that doesn't get called for traveling. Shark gets his second out of the deal as well. And Henderson at the line where he just missed one, so the odds of him missing 2 more. And he knocks that one down. Tied at 24, and unless he misses this one, Ottumwa, after leading most of the half, is likely to be trailing. Second free throw. Oh, he left it short. Brown with the rebound. 5 seconds to go. Brown gets it to Cook. Cook, a running three at the buzzer. No good. And we're tied at 24. Going to recess. Good first half, though, for Ottumwa against a team some people think can go to state this year. Tied at 24. We're back in 3 minutes with the halftime show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Hi, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. We specialize in geriatrics, internal medicine, family practice, and we see patients of all ages. We have an entire pediatrics team ready to serve you year-round. We also have quick care walk-in available Monday through Friday from 7 to 5. From babies to grandparents and everything in between, we are here for you at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We are at halftime at Ottumwa High Basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. In our boys game tonight, Ottumwa 24, Des Moines Hoover 24, all tied at the half with the #5 team in the state, according to the Des Moines Register. First half stats tonight, our halftime stats brought to you by Sonic Drive-In on North 63 in Ottumwa. Bulldogs are being led tonight by Alan Cook. He has 8 points. 4 points for Luke Gravy, 4 for Shakir Pope, 4 for Trey Brown, 2 points for Carter Thompson, and 2 points for Rasha Pope. Des Moines Hoover, they're being led by Chase Henderson and Elijah Voss. Each of them has 8 points. 3 points for Abe Voss, 3 for Malachi Johnson-Bassey, and 2 points for Emmanuel Fandek. Free throws, not many in the first half. Ottumwa did not attempt a free throw in the first half. Hoover was 2 for 4 from the line. Those are all by Chase Henderson, the All-State guard. Foul trouble, Ottumwa's got 3 players with 2 fouls each. Rasha Pope, Tanner Shark, and Carter Thompson. Romare Talbert off the bench is the only player with 2 fouls for Des Moines Hoover. So at the half, it's all tied at 24. Ottumwa led the majority of the half. Hoover briefly had a 21-18 lead, and then Ottumwa promptly went on a 6-0 run to get to 24. Then saw Hoover score the final 3 points of the half, although they missed a couple of free throws that would have given them the lead. So we're all tied at 24. Again, a reminder, coming up tomorrow morning, the City of Bridges Classic, first ever City of Bridges Classic at the Hellier Center at Indian Hills. 10 in the morning, Ottumwa girls taking on Fairfield. Then at noon, the Bulldog boys face Fairfield. We'll have those games for you here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. And if you buy a ticket and go to the Ottumwa games, that ticket will also get you into the Indian Hills men's basketball game at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon when they take on Kankakee Community College. So Ottumwa has the quick turnaround tonight as they'll play Fairfield tomorrow at noon. The boys will. Hoover, by the way, has a quick turnaround as well. They've got to go to Cedar Rapids Kennedy, I believe, tomorrow to play a game. They'll play a little later in the afternoon tomorrow than Ottumwa will, but both of these boys' teams are playing back-to-backs to open the season, their first 2 games. All tied at 24 at the half, so we'll take a 3-minute timeout. When we return, we'll get you ready for the second half on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals, people who want to save more, people that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you, great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Ottumwa High basketball tonight on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldog girls and boys hoping to sweep Des Moines Hoover to open Iowa Alliance Conference play. The girls did their part, beating Hoover 58-19. Knew the boys' game would be tougher, but Ottumwa was right in it. Tied at 24 with Hoover here at halftime. Jason Van Arkel with you from Evans Middle School, the home of the Bulldogs. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Carmen Pratt, our radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Ottumwa very solid in that first half against a team. We couldn't find Associated Press rankings. That's what we usually go off for rankings. But the Des Moines Register had in its preseason rankings Hoover as the #5 team in the state. It's easy to see why Chase Henderson, Elijah Voss, they're both all-state caliber. Abe Voss, an excellent shooter as well. Hoover's question, like it was last year, will be their depth, especially now that they don't have their big center, Chevelle Ruckty, anymore. It'll be a Ottumwa ball to start the second half. Carter Thompson, Rasha Pope, Alan Cook, Luke Gravy, Trey Brown on the floor. Ball goes left corner for Thompson, underneath to Brown. Backing down on his defender, got good position off the glass and good. Trey Brown just worked over JaVale Johnson there. And the sophomore sensation has 6 points. Ottumwa back in front. We have a stoppage here. It's 26-24, and I don't think the shot clock started. So the official is telling them to put the shot clock down to 30, which they do. And the shot clock still hasn't started. They're trying to start it, and it's not working. So now it should be down to 26, unless they just put it at 30 again. Or maybe they will put the game clock back to 7:45, where it was when they stopped it the first time. First year of the shot clock, and obviously there's going to be some kinks to work out from a operations standpoint and from a mechanics standpoint, but we're ready to go, and the shot clock is now running. Henderson, left side to Abe Voss. Almost picks up man-to-man. Up top to Malachi Johnson-Bassey. He drives in, puts it up off the glass. Couldn't get the roll. Luke Gravy, good defense. And they say it's off Gravy's hand and out of bounds. Gravy was going for the rebound. I thought Johnson-Bassey slapped it off his hands, but they say it stays with Hoover. The Inbound to Elijah Voss. Up top to Johnson Bassey, left wing back to Henderson. Trying to drive, cut off nicely by Gravy. Henderson brings it back up top. Henderson drew a lot of the fouls called on Ottumwa in that first half. Right side to Johnson Bassey. Back to Henderson, near the high post Voss. Kick it left corner, Abe Voss. Double team him, Ottumwa's gone zone. Out to Elijah Voss, left wing. Back up top, Henderson. 13 on the shot clock. Henderson, kick it right wing, Johnson Bassey. Back to Henderson, try to penetrate, spin move. Left-handed layup, got it to go, man. Chase Henderson has 10 points, and you're seeing why he is an all-state player. Tied at 26. Rashawn Pope trying to play through an injured shoulder. Boy, he got bodied hard there by Henderson, no call. Gets it to Brown at the elbow. Trey Brown down the lane. Spin move, got it to go on the turnaround. Trey Brown again abusing his defender, 28-26. Brown's up to 8 points. It ties him with Cook for the team lead. Henderson behind the back, good cutoff by Gravy. They double team him. Skip pass left side, Abe Voss. Shot fake and a drive. Jump stop in the lane. Little floater, good. Abe Voss with good patience. He has 5 points. Tied at 28. Back and forth we go here at Evans Middle School. Pope across the timeline. Rashaw hands off to Carter Thompson. Thompson pressured by Abe Voss. A handoff to Luke Gravy between the circles. Gravy to the right. Poked out of his hands, and Henderson's got a steal. Pope trying to slow him down, but he had to let him go. Didn't want to get a third foul. Henderson lays it in this time. He's got 12, and Hoover leads 30-28, only their second lead tonight. Pope to the left corner. He'll pull up for a three to answer. Got it! Rashawn Pope with a three-pointer in front of the Dog Pound. Brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Dogs right back in front, 31-30. Henderson to the right side. Johnson Bassey. Right back to Henderson up high on the right. Dribbles left. Feeds Elijah Voss. Baseline jumper, good. Teams can't miss. Hoover back in front, 32-31. Pope across the timeline. Goes right corner for Cook. Cook around a pick. Brings it up top. Gets it to Thompson there. Carter Thompson left side. Hand off to Gravy. Gravy calling for a pick from Brown. Goes around it. Down the lane. Jump stop. Little fade away too strong. Trey Brown the rebound. Fouled on the putback, and he'll shoot two. Abe Voss will get his first. Team foul number 1 of the second half on the Huskies. Brown at the line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line last year in his rare varsity appearances. First free throw here, left it short. It's almost first free throw of the year. Subs for Hoover, we'll see Wisdom Fode back in, the 6'2" sophomore, and Emmanuel Fande, the 6'4" senior, the big powerful center they have who's got a big knee brace on his left leg. Second free throw for Brown. Got that one to go. He's got 9. We're tied at 32. Rashawn Pope thought about pressuring Henderson a bit, but backed off. Now he'll pick him up at midcourt. Henderson across the timeline. Goes over to the right side and tries to dribble back left. Throw it left corner for Fode. Out to the wing, Voss. Voss back up top to Henderson. 15 on the shot clock. Hoover's willing to be patient. Henderson down the lane. Kick it left corner. Fode thought about a shot, drives in instead. Back to Henderson. Left wing 3. No good. Pope and Johnson Bassey were tied up for the rebound, and the arrow favors Hoover. Well, if you let that go another split second, Bassey was stepping back out of bounds, but the held ball was first. Henderson into the corner for Fande. Big man jump pass up top to Johnson Bassey. Right wing back to Henderson. Brings it out, throws it left side for Voss up high. To the wing for Fode. Fode back up top, Henderson. 2 defenders await him. Back to the left wing for Fode. Back to Henderson. Back in the lane for Voss. Shot fake. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Fande the rebound. He's fouled by Trey Brown. I think they'll say he was shooting. Trey Brown gets his second. First of the half on Ottumwa. Emmanuel Fande did not play for Hoover at the varsity level last year. Left-handed shooter. First one is good. His third point. Hoover leads again 33-32. Abe Voss back in for the Huskies, replacing Malachi Johnson Bassey. One more free throw for the big center. Emmanuel Fande puts it up. Too strong, and Alan Cook rebound knocked out of his hands. They say that stays with Hoover. How on earth does that stay with Hoover? Fode knocked it out of Cook's hands and out of bounds. That is the second time that a call like that has been made. Quick inbound to Fode at the free throw line. Picked up his dribble, left wing to Voss. He got a three off the rim, no, and Cook's got that rebound. Trey Brown into the front court left side. Trying to drive, kick it to the corner. Pope, a left-handed three, count it! Rashawn Pope, his second three, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Dogs back in front, 35-33. Good transition play. An assist to Trey Brown as well. Henderson over to the right side, slowly. To the wing, Abe Voss, hands it right back to Henderson. They double team him on the sideline, gets it out to Fande. They double team him, and lobs it to Henderson baseline. Jump stop, kick it left wing, Abe Voss. Up top, Elijah Voss, wide open three. He doesn't miss those. Elijah Voss has 13, and Hoover's back in front, 36-35. Some will go on for the trap, but when Hoover gets out of it, that leaves open shooters. Pope trying to drive in, kicks it back to Gravy. Gravy up top, Carter Thompson. He drives, kicks it to the baseline for Brown, and a foul called on the floor. Elijah Voss is called for fouling Carter Thompson. First one on Voss, team foul number 2 on Hoover. Shakir Pope back in for Ottumwa. He replaces Luke Gravy. 3:13 to go, third quarter. Hoover 36, Ottumwa 35. Bulldogs inbounding. Carter Thompson will trigger from the G and Bulldogs. A lob up top for Trey Brown. Over to Cook. Underneath for Pope, knocked away, stolen by Fode. Fode racing the other way, double teamed on the block. Shot deflected, but it still goes in. Alan Cook got a hand on that shot, and it somehow still fell. 38-35. Hoover matches its biggest lead. They're up 3. Rashawn Pope high on the right side. Around a Cook pick. Double teamed, and a reach-in foul called, I believe, on Chase Henderson. Only the first one on Henderson. Find that a little hard to believe, as physical as he's played defensively. 2:46 to go in the third. Ottumwa down 3. Thompson will trigger. Lobs it up top. Fode knocked that away and stole it. Pope trying to catch up to him. And the shot fake got him in the air, and Fode laid it in. Then he's running his mouth. 40-35, timeout Ottumwa. 2:36 to go in the third. We're back in 30 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
.236 to go third quarter. Hoover with its biggest lead of the game, 40-35. Ottumwa, after the timeout, will get it inbounds from the backcourt. Hoover setting up some zone pressure. Ottumwa did a pretty good job against the Hoover press in the first half. Looks like a 1-2-2 from Hoover, as one of our officials is talking to the Hoover head coach, Courtney Henderson. I'm not sure what this is about. It was a friendly enough exchange. And Coach Hartz is asking what they were talking about. And now Thompson inbounds to Cook. Back to Thompson, left side to Brown. Back to Thompson. Back to Brown. Across the timeline on a dribble. Lobs it to Thompson. Pick up his dribble, back to Brown at the volleyball line. Brown down the lane, jump pass left corner to Pope to the wing. Carter Thompson for 3, short. Brown tipped the rebound, but it's recovered by Elijah Voss. Voss into the front court. Hands off to Henderson. Henderson gets away from 2 defenders, kicks it in the corner for Fode. Fode up top to Voss. Voss driving right side, spin move. Cut off, goes up top. Johnson Bassey will try a 3, and he hit it. Malachi Johnson-Bassey's second three, and Hoover leads 43-35. Suddenly Ottumwa down 8. Cook right side to the center. Thompson across the timeline, finds Pope right side. Shakir tried to get it to Rosh underneath, deflected and stolen. Now Voss the other way. Up top for Elijah Voss. Hands off back to Abe at the top of the key. Dribbles right to the wing. Bassey a shot fake, step back, gets it to Henderson. Henderson high on the right side, doesn't want the pick. Thompson out there to guard him. Tough matchup for Carter. Henderson got around him. Throws it underneath for Abe Voss. Shot blocked from behind by Rasha Pope, and he's got the ball. Wants to run. He's 2 on 3. Chase Henderson looked like he was trying to get in the way to draw the charge. He wasn't anywhere near it. Gets called for the block. That looked more like a tactical foul in soccer where you try to foul a guy to stop a breakaway. Tanner Shark coming back in. He'll replace Shakir Pope. Minute 16 to go in the third. Ottumwa down 43-35. Inbound to Cook. Hands it back to Thompson. Thompson behind him to Shark high on the left side. Shark dribbles left, finds Cook on the wing. Down low to Brown on the block, and as the pass came in, he's fouled by Malachi Johnson-Bassey. Second one on Johnson-Bassey. Team foul. Scoreboard says that's 5 on Hoover. 1:03 to go in the third. Carter Thompson to try to inbound. Needs someone to get it into. Lobs it. Knocked away from Shark. That's Fode stealing another inbounds pass. And he's fouled as he tried to drive baseline. Shark had to give the foul. He'd given up the layup. It's Tanner's third. Boy, Ottumwa's having real trouble getting these inbounds passes into the front court.
Foul on Tanner Shark, his third.
I don't know where Shark's going. It's not a shooting foul. Now Shakir Pope's going to come in for Carter Thompson. Shark, I think, thought it was a shooting foul. He'd walk to the other end. But that foul was on the floor. 59.1 seconds on the clock. Henderson throws the inbounds pass to Fode. Right side, brings it out to the wing. Back in the corner for Henderson. Pull up 3. Got it. Boy, Hoover's just turned on the Jets. Suddenly they're up 11, 46-35. Two teams are trading buckets for the first half of the third quarter, but it's been all Hoover the last 3 minutes. Across the timeline to Rasha Pope. To Trey Brown, driving baseline, stripped as he went up. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Brown trying to get it back, couldn't control it. It'll go back to Hoover. I think it's a 12-0 run for Hoover. Henderson had it stripped by Shakir Pope. Henderson dives on the floor to get it back, saves it to Voss. Shot clock is off. Henderson gets it back. Cook chases him round up high. Boy, you wouldn't think Cook would be a good choice to guard Henderson. And Henderson dribbled it off his own foot. And it was out of, or they say it's off of Cook. The ball was out of bounds for Cook picked it up. That was off Henderson's foot. How is that Hoover's ball? Now, Cook was hesitant to pick it up, but if it was out of bounds before he picked it up, then it should be Ottumwa's ball. But anyway, they get it into Fode. Fode drives in, and he's fouled on the shot with 4.7 to go, and he'll go to the line. And he just drove right through Ottumwa there off the inbounds pass. Alan Cook gets his first. Team foul number 3. Wisdom Fode at the line for his first attempts of the season. Chase Henderson dribbled that ball at midcourt off his own foot into the backcourt. There's a reason he didn't chase it, as the free throw was good. He didn't chase it because he knew it'd be an over and back. Cook went down, wasn't sure to pick it up. By the time he picked it up, it was on the sideline. It was out of bounds, but it should have been Ottumwa's ball, and somehow they ruled it Hoover's ball. That's a bad call. Second free throw, missed it. Johnson-Bassey the rebound, stripped as he went up. Brown's got it up ahead to Pope. He's got to shoot down, but he didn't get it off in time. 47-35, back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The secret is out. You're invited to see the all-new scoring system at Champion Bowl.
The first bowling alley in Iowa to have the new Bowler Entertainment System.
Animated and themed scoring grids and backgrounds.
It keeps score for a variety of game types.
There's classic bowling, of course, as well as Build the Monster, Bowling Hood, Battle of the Lanes, and more.
You can also video chat with any of the staff right from your bowling station.
Come experience the brand new Champion Bowl in Ottumwa,
where bowling is now awesome.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Start of the fourth quarter in Ottumwa. After playing dead even with Hoover for 2.5 quarters, suddenly find themselves down 12, 47-35. Bulldogs have the ball. Allen Cook underneath, kicks it out to Luke Gravy, up top to Rasha Pope. Bulldogs got to go on a run here. They've led by as many as 5, but Hoover is on about a 13-0 run. Trey Brown trying to spin down the lane. Nice move with the left hand, but he couldn't get the shot to go. Rebound to Chase Henderson. Over to the left side, finds Elijah Voss on the wing. A shot fake and a drive. Kick to the corner. Johnson Bassey for 3. No good. Trey Brown the rebound, and he's fouled by Fode. The way Fode's been throwing his body around, I'm surprised that's only his first. It's team foul number 6. 7:28 to go. Next Hoover foul will put Ottumwa in the 1-and-1. Hoover sets up that 1-2-2 3/4 court press. Inbound to Trey Brown. Up ahead to Pope. Rasha Pope across the timeline, back to Brown left side. Brown drives in, tried to feed it to Cook underneath, deflected. Cook recovers it, he's double teamed, fade away in the lane, too strong, rebound to Henderson. Henderson up the left side. Drives into the lane, shot blocked by Trey Brown, tipped out by Pope, he's got it. 3-on-2 the other way, up ahead to Carter Thompson, layup, no. Luke Gravy the follow, no. And a foul on the rebound as Hoover came down with the board. And Rasha Pope is called for the foul. And that's his third, team foul number 4. Boy, Trey Brown with the emphatic rejection of Henderson. Trey Brown with Pope with a great play to tip it to himself. Got it up ahead to Thompson, but Ottumwa couldn't finish. Had 2 chances. Fode into the front court left side. He's into the lane, kicks it right side. Johnson Bassey's wide open for a 3, and he got it. Malachi Johnson Bassey's third 3 of the game, and Hoover is up 50-35, a 16-0 run. Thompson into the front court. Right side for Cook. Try to get it to Pope cutting. Ball is loose. Gravy picks it up in the lane, spins to the hoop and lays it in. Ottumwa a little fortunate there, but they finally break that run. Luke Gravy with the bucket. He's got 6, 50-37. And Ottumwa maybe find its way back. Into the corner, Johnson Bassey right side. Out to the wing on a dribble. All the way out to Henderson up top near midcourt. Back to Johnson Bassey. Hoover, they'll hold the ball. Now, the shot clock means Hoover can't just hold the ball for 5 minutes anymore. Left wing Voss for 3. Abe Voss hits it. Why would you hold him when you can shoot like that? 53-37. Fans will remember over the years, especially games at Hoover, the Huskies would just hold that ball for long periods of time, and I'd go on my shot clock rant. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Carter Thompson between the circles. Over to the right side, gets it up top to Cook. Left side to Rasha Pope. Pope down low to Brown on the baseline, trying to back down on Henderson. Little fade away, no, but he's fouled. And Trey Brown will shoot 2 as Chase Henderson just picked up his 3rd foul. Brown going to the line where he's 1 for 2. He's got 9 points. It's a tough opening 2-game stretch for Ottumwa because you've got this top 5 Hoover team tonight, and then tomorrow that veteran-laden Fairfield team with Max Wheaton and J.J. Lane. Brown hits the first. He's into double digits for the first time in his career. Shakir Pope's back in. Alan Cook will sit. 5:32 to go. Ottumwa down 53-38. Second free throw, and Trey got them both. 53-39. Fairfield, we play them tomorrow. They're 1-0 coming into their game tonight with Washington. Fairfield beat Oskaloosa on a jumper at the buzzer to open their season earlier this week. Chase Henderson into the lane for Hoover. Kicks it out, Abe Voss, right wing three, too strong. Trey Brown with a good rebound. Long pass up ahead for Shakir Pope. Voss deflected it. And now Chase Henderson up ahead to Foden. Trey Brown picks that off. Brown nearly threw it away, but kept his pivot foot and gets it to Luke Gravy. Now, Trey Brown is showing a lot tonight against the top 5 team. Rashawn Pope backs away from Abe Voss. Now attacks left side. Little scoop shot. No, but he drew the contact, and Rashawn Pope will shoot two, although he comes down limping a bit. Hopefully he's okay. And he's kind of grabbing maybe at his left calf as he limps to the free throw line. Abe Voss gets his second, team foul number 8 on Hoover. Rashawn Pope at the line 52% a year ago. Pope puts up the first one, and in and out, no good. Romer Talbert checks in, replacing Abe Voss. 4:54 to go for Hoover. One more free throw for Rashawn Pope. Puts it up, and that one's no good either. Rebound to Fode. Boy, Pope got knocked down by Johnson Bassey on the box out, and he's wondering where a call is on that. And now Henderson into the front court. Down the lane, all the way to hoop. Blocked by Trey Brown again. Pope up ahead. Carter Thompson runs it down. Right-handed layup. That's goaltending. Blocked after it hit the backboard. Give Carter Thompson the bucket. He's got 4 points, 53-41. Ottumwa back within 12. Does Ottumwa have time here? The shot clock makes this a different game. It used to be you were down 12 halfway through the fourth quarter. Coming back was difficult, especially against a team like Hoover that's known for its patience, but they'll have to shoot every so often at least. Chase Henderson tried to drive. Shakir Pope is called for a reach-in foul. That's his first, team foul number 5. There's still one foul to give for Ottumwa before they start putting Hoover at the line. And Hoover's best 2 players, Henderson and Elijah Voss, are also very good free throw shooters. We'll keep that in mind. Henderson right side. Drives baseline, cut off, throws it out up top. Johnson Bassey right wing. Voss had a hand in his face and he hit the 3 anyway. 16 for Elijah Voss. 56-41. Ottumwa back down 15. The Mountain just got taller halfway through the fourth quarter. Rashawn Pope, right side, Trey Brown. Brown, a drive and a kick to Pope left side. Pope, pull up 3 off the dribble. In and out, no good. Elijah Voss with the rebound. Ball was halfway down. Henderson back the other way. Pressured by Gravy on the switch after he went around a pick. Hesitation dribble. Luke staying right with him. Good defense. Ball goes left side. Romer Talbert to the corner. Wisdom Fode. Fode, skip it right wing for Johnson Bassey into the corner. Talbert. Good closeout by Carter Thompson. Ball back to Henderson. Gravy staying right on it. Now Henderson down the lane. Got to the rim. Reverse layup. No. Trey Brown with the rebound. I think Brown's presence had Henderson missing the shot, but now Brown losing the dribble. He somehow gets on the floor and gets it to Gravy. Into the front court now to Thompson. Trey Brown influenced Henderson's decision to go for the tougher shot there. A handoff to Brown right wing. Henderson guarding him. Back to Pope. Rashawn Pope calling for a pick. Goes to Thompson on the right side. Now to the wing, Brown again. Brown trying to drive on Voss. Spin move. Cut off. Put the shot over him and still got it to go. Trey Brown. Looked like he didn't have anywhere to go. Elijah Voss is complaining for a travel, but he's not going to get it. Boy, Voss is still complaining. 2:40 to go. 56-43. Voss trying to back down on Gravy. Fadeaway jumper. No. Rebound, Fode has it. Thompson hit the deck. He thought he was fouled. Fode drives back in. Cut off. Kick it out to Henderson. Bobble. Out of Voss on the wing, good closeout by Gravy. A handoff back to Henderson. Gravy thought he got elbowed by Voss. There's a lot of talking going on down there right now. Henderson trying to drive on Shakir Pope. Down to 16 on the shot clock. Henderson pull-up jumper, left elbow, good. First bucket of the fourth quarter for Chase Henderson. 17 in the game, 53-48. Pope lobs it to the corner, Thompson. Back to the left wing, Brown. Skip it right side for Shakir Pope. Between the legs dribble, in the corner to Gravy. Gravy around to Pope pick, now back in the corner for Pope. And his three blocked out of bounds by Foe. Alan Cook's back in for Ottumwa. He will replace Luke Gravy. Abe Voss will come back in for Hoover, and he'll replace Romare Talbot. 1:46 to go. Ottumwa was dead even with Hoover for 2.5 quarters. Then Hoover went on a 16-0 run, ended the third, into the fourth. And they lead by 15 now. Pope a shot fake, a drive off the glass and good, and he's fouled. And he comes up hobbling again. Like a baby hook shot by Rasha Pope in the lane. And he gets the and one. Ottumwa, no quitting these dogs. Chase Henderson gets his fourth foul. Too bad that didn't come earlier. Pope at the line 0 for 2 on the night, but he'll make that one to get the three-point play. He's got 11, 58-46. Minute 40 to go. Henderson across the timeline. Goes left side, Abe Voss. Voss backs away. Hoover can milk clock here. 19 on the shot clock. Henderson high on the right side. Little shimmy shake. Shakir stays right with him. Left wing, Abe Voss in the corner. Elijah Voss for 3. Got it. I don't remember Voss being a trash talker, but he's been yapping after every one of his made shots. Alan Cook will try to answer with a 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound to Foe. Hoover's got a 4-on-3. Foe around Pope. Layup blocked by Cook. Thompson with the rebound. Up ahead, Rasha Pope. Bounce pass to Pope across the lane. Layup good. And a timeout at Ottumwa, 54.3 to go. 61-48. We're back in 30 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Off the inbounds, Rasha Pope lays it in. He's still limping. 61-50. Ottumwa after stealing the inbounds with the score, and now they're trying to pressure Henderson up high. Bulldogs trying not to foul. They kick it to the corner. Johnson Bassey drives. Well, a lot of contact there. And they say he stepped out of bounds. It goes back to Ottumwa. 2 subs for Ottumwa here. Shakir Pope and Alan Cook back in, replacing Tanner Shark and Luke Gravy. 31.1 to go. Bulldogs down 11. Inbounds to Brown. Bulldogs not quitting, but time really against them here. Trey Brown trying to back down, up and over, rolls in and out, no good. Cook's putback, though, is good. Timeout at Ottumwa, 20.2 seconds to go, 61-52. We'll take 30 seconds and return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're
20.2 seconds to go. Des Moines Hoover 61, Ottumwa 52. Bulldogs down to one timeout remaining. They're pretty much out of time here, but they're still trying. Inbound to Wisdom Foad. Bulldogs had to give a foul here. Foad up ahead to Johnson Bassey. Feeds Elijah Cook, who will lay it up and in as they break the press. 63-52, 10 seconds left. Pope into the front court. Right side, Tanner Shark. Shark drives in, left-handed scoop. Nobody's fouled, and Tanner will shoot two with 4.2 seconds to go. Wisdom Foad with his second. 10th foul on Hoover. That's just record keeping at this point. Ottumwa's going to drop to 0-1, but they have given the 5th-rated Huskies quite a battle tonight. Shark's first free throw a little too strong. Tanner last year 62% from the line. JaVale Johnson back in for Hoover. One more free throw for the lefty, Tanner Shark. Great season as a Bulldog quarterback for football this year. Free throw in and out, no good. Rebound to Henderson. That'll do it. The final, Hoover 63 and Ottumwa 52. That one stretch late in the third into the fourth quarter was a difference tonight as Hoover improves to 1-0 in conference and on the season. Ottumwa 0-1 in both categories. We'll take 3 minutes, come back and wrap it up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Get the small-town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time tonight to Evans Middle School, where your Ottumwa boys basketball team opens the season with a hard-fought battle against number 5 Des Moines Hoover. Ottumwa was dead even for 2.5 quarters, and Hoover went on a 16-0 run that started about halfway through the third quarter, extended into the fourth quarter. Bulldogs battled back a little bit late, but they come up short 63-52. Scoring in the game, Ottumwa led by Rashad Pope and Trey Brown, who each had 13 points. Alan Cook added 10. 6 points for Luke Gravy, 6 for Shakir Pope, and 4 points for Carter Thompson. For Des Moines Hoover, led by Elijah Voss, who had 21 points. Chase Henderson had 17. 9 for Malachi Johnson-Bassey, 8 for Abe Voss, 5 points for Wisdom Fode, and 3 points for Emmanuel Fande. Ottumwa was 4 of 9 from the free throw line in the game. Hoover was 4 of 8, so both teams struggled a bit from the charity stripe and free throws. Not a big deal either way. So Ottumwa now 0-1 in the Iowa Alliance Conference. We don't say the Metro anymore. The new Iowa Alliance Conference. Bulldogs 0-1 overall as well. Hoover 1-0 and 1-0 in conference play. So our next broadcast of Ottumwa High basketball is tomorrow morning. The City of Bridges Classic over at the Hellier Center across town at Indian Hills. Bulldog girls and boys hosting Fairfield. Girls game at 10 in the morning, boys game at noon. If you buy a ticket to those games, you can use that ticket to get into the Indian Hills game against Kankakee Community College at 3 in the afternoon as well. But if you can't go to the games or you just want to watch the video or listen to the radio call, we'll have the girls and boys from the Hellier Center tomorrow right here on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. I want to thank our sponsors one more time: Bridge City Realty, Community First Credit Union, William Penn University, Reflection Studio, Mercy One Ottumwa, Roto-Rooter, Family First Chiropractic, Lee's Photography, Champion Bowl, Citizens Mutual, Mike's Pizza, Meridian Credit Union, Lisco, Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance, and Sonic Drive-In. A big thank you to Bulldog head coaches Joe Vandenberg and Neil Hartz for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Carmen Pratt, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Basketball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning when the Bulldog girls and boys take on Fairfield at the Hellier Center at Indian Hills Community College. Until then, good night, everybody.